Hello, and welcome to another edition of More Than a Volunteer. Over the past couple of weeks, we've taken time to look at several different areas of volunteering. One, what are volunteers looking for? Two, what is recruiting? Why are we even reading this book in the first place? And three, what kind of leader am I? That one's a really important one to me because as leaders, we set the tone for our ministry. We set the tone for what's going on. So how we lead is how people will follow, what encourages people to follow, which leads us into this week. What are we asking people to join? If we don't have a vision or a plan for our ministry, people don't even know what they're getting involved with. Sometimes we think, well, I don't have a big ministry. I'm just doing something small. I'm maybe just in charge of the food ministry, or I'm maybe just in charge of ushers. But those are all very important things that if you don't have a plan and a vision, people can't get excited to be a part of it. So there's 4 areas that we need to look at. One, what is your purpose statement? What is the purpose of your ministry? Why are you doing that? 2 is, vision statement. This is what is the heart of your ministry? Why are we even doing it? And 3 is, what is your mission statement? And how, this is the important one. This is the one that you need to look at, is how are we going to make our mission, our vision, and our purpose, how are we going to make that come about? How are we going to see those things come to life? So those 3 things, our purpose, our vision, our mission statement, need to come together so when we present our needs to people, they can see it clearly and effectively. The 4th one is an elevator speech. When we sit down to talk to somebody, if we're going on and on and on about our ministry, which is great because that shows we have a passion and a heart for it, we can lose them in translation. So we want to have what we call an elevator speech. As if you're going to get in an elevator with somebody and you have 30 seconds till they get to where they're going, what would you tell them about your ministry? What about your ministry would you want them to know? So as we go into this week, we need to look at those 3 things. Pray and ask God, Lord, what is the vision that you have for this ministry? Whether it's children's ministry, whether it's worship, whether it's the coffee bar, whether it's ushers, whether it's people who do food service for people when they're sick. What is the mission? What is the heart behind it? And write down those things. Write what you want to see your ministry develop into, because without plans, without doing that, yes, God is the one who directs and guides it, but if we don't have a plan to where we're going, we aren't going to know when we've arrived. We don't know how to invite people in to be a part of it. So that is a very important thing we need to do. I would like to walk with you through that. If you have questions about writing a purpose statement, a mission statement, those things can be very, very overwhelming. But if you would like to have me be a part, I would love to walk with you through that. So if you want to email me, go ahead at familyfoundationsministry@gmail.com. Email me and we can sit and talk. You can put a comment. The first person to comment again this week, we will get you a copy of the book More Than a Volunteer for free. And if you don't have a copy, it's not too late. It's great to have this because if you have the copy of the book, you can write down your notes. You can write down what you're thinking. And then when things get off track, we can go back to it and say, okay, this was my mission statement. This was my purpose statement. This is why I'm here. The other thing having those things do is it provides us with an opportunity that when people come in and say, well, you should go here, you should go do this, or why aren't you doing this? You can go back and say, you know what, when I prayed, this is what God asked me to do for my ministry, or the ministry he's laid in my hands and given me to take care of. This is what we're going to do. And it helps you guide and direct your steps, your commitments, what events you do, all the things. If you have your purpose, your vision, and your mission statement written down, then you can effectively communicate and you can effectively choose what you're going to have be a part of your ministry and not. So it's not just about volunteers that having those things in place are. It's in general about your entire ministry of what your ministry is going to look like. This is a time to dream big, very big. Don't limit God. God isn't limited to us and our small-mindedness. He is bigger than that. I, at one point, was putting together a budget for children's ministry, and in my mind, I was thinking small and let's keep it in place. And my budget was crazy. It was like a huge number, and it went to the council, and the council approved it. But if I had just stayed in my small-mindedness and not had a vision and a purpose and a mission statement, I would have not known what I needed to ask for. I wouldn't have known what I needed to ask the council for. So all of those 3 things makes it a big impact on your entire ministry. So again, if you would like to work with me, or if you need somebody to work with, if this is something you just don't know how to wrap your mind around, I would love to work with you. And if you need a copy of the book, go to familyfoundationsministry.com under books, and it's there. I think it's actually on our landing page, so that's easier to find. And again, as we go through this time, as we're going back to church, a lot of churches are going back and seeing what their needs are. It's a good time to reevaluate what your vision is for your ministry and what your purpose statement and what your mission is. Take time to do that. Take a day, go for a walk. I mean, we live on Whidbey Island. It's beautiful, as you can see. Go for a walk wherever you are and just say, God, just breathe into me what you would like to see this ministry that you've given me to be in charge of be what it needs to be. And so I encourage you in that. If you have any questions, if you need somebody to talk to, if you're just feeling like, I can't do this, I'm here. We're here for you. We would love to talk to you. Again, have a great day. We're excited to see what God's going to do in your ministry as you take the time and allow him to breathe into you the vision that he has for it. And so have a great week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.